So last night, overnight, John Harbaugh, it looks like he's going to, the deal isn't done yet, but it seems that John Harbaugh is going to sign with the New York Giants to be their head coach, which is crazy because I told a friend of mine is a big-time Titans fan, and he was all excited. He texted me that, oh, yeah, here comes John Harbaugh going to go meet. And I go, you'll enjoy Kevin. He's a good man, and he'll do a very good job for you, and you're going to enjoy him. He goes, no, it says John. I go, yeah, enjoy Kevin. You're getting Kevin. And maybe they will, maybe they won't at this point. I don't know. But John Harbaugh's going to go to the Giants, and the first thing you said to me when you walked in the door, other than fresh as Febreze from Mark Jones, was what?
Would Harbaugh have picked the Browns if we would have taken Jackson Dart last year? And I'm not one of those crowning Jackson Dart.
This is hindsight.
I have no idea. It's 100% hindsight. I have no idea if Jackson Dart he plays such a reckless style. He was a fun watch. He also had one of the worst games I've ever seen by any quarterback, and we've seen a bunch of them by any rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I know.
But he also showed he could make every throw on the field. He could take off. He can bulldoze guys. He's an exciting player.
He is. He is an exciting player.
He playing that way, he's not going to play 10 years. Well, Harbaugh's not going to coach 10 years.
It doesn't. I don't care. I don't think anybody cares about that. I don't know how many guys. Like, I think the days that maybe the 20-year career might be over. I think, let's give me. I remember Dustin and I had a great big argument about Brandon Weeden years ago, and I was like, I don't want any part of him. And one of the things I did say was he's too old. I'm going to get 5 years out of him. And I remember we had Gil Brandt on, the late great Gil Brandt. And he's like, 5 years is better than what you've had. And I was like, you know what? Can't use that argument. That's fine. And I think about that argument when it comes to some of these guys now. It's like, the wear and tear. It's like, you know what? I'll worry about after 10 years when we get to after 10 years. Let's start with year 1 and then year 2 and work our way out from there. But I didn't listen. I wasn't going to take him number 2 overall. We had one call from one guy. I wish I could remember what his name was. We had one call from one guy who wanted, and he was dead serious and called more than once, who said he wanted to take Jackson Dart number 2 overall. And the internet railed on him, and we railed on him, and maybe Jackson Dart is worth number 2 overall in that draft class. Now, you were still looking at a 1-quarterback draft class. That all said, if you took Jackson Dart, it's not about John Harbaugh choosing you. If you took Jackson Dart, I think Kevin Stefanski's probably still here. Is he not?
Oh, because they would have won enough games. Jackson played at a good enough level.
Yes. Is he not still here? But then again, would he have played at a high enough level? I mean, did they move on from Brian Daboll halfway through the year? I believe they did. Yes, because they had Mike Kafka halfway through. If you had him play, would he have played well enough to overcome your special teams gaffes? I don't know. These are unanswerable questions here. But yes, if you had, let's call it what it is. If you had a clear quarterback situation, John Harbaugh might have given you the time of day. I'm not going to say he would be here, but he might have given you the time of day. He wasn't going to give you the time of day, I don't think, not just because of the quarterback situation, because I think that turns into the Lloyd, Jackson, you to a certain degree, Shedeur thing. I'm not going to say that, but you have your quarterback situation where he's not through the woods yet. Everybody else is either you don't want to play him or you don't want to pay him and you don't want to see him anymore. So you have this quarterback room that is in flux, to be nice about it. Then you have your cap spots where, I know you can move guys up, but you still need work on your roster. They still need work on their roster too. But hey, when you have a guy that you think you can play with at the quarterback position, it's just going to clear a lot of things.
Ironically, remember,
I think Baltimore, I might feel worse if I'm real quick. I think I might feel worse if I were a Titans fan, frankly.
Yeah, I think there was some excitement at the end of the year by Cam. It took a long time to get there. Yeah. But ironically, Baltimore was one of the reported teams that wanted to draft Shedeur Sanders. Who knows if that was Harbaugh or if that was the people around him? I don't know. Sometimes when this goes into a little bit of flux. Hey, the owner was just quoted at the press conference the other day when he was asked, "Hey, how much a role is your quarterback, Lamar, your 2-time MVP, in shaping the roster or the coaches?" And he goes, "None. None. Absolutely zero." He just flat out said it. It's kind of in a way refreshing. I was shocked that he said it, but it was refreshing to hear.
Well, yeah, because
the owners say that.
And I think it depends on what that quarterback wants, because I think that you have ebbs and flows of power and too much power. Here, we gave way too much power way too soon. Our quarterback at that time was not ready to handle that power, and he's even admitted that. Down in Cincinnati, if if Joe Burrow didn't have enough power, have as much power as he did, because he basically has the power down there, would they not have T. Higgins, but would they have a better defense?
Yeah, I think it was a mistake. I think looking back, it was a mistake to go after Higgins as opposed to all the help that Burrow needs.
I still think that there's a push and pull with all this, and I don't think anybody is really, I don't know if anything's damning, at least right now. Joe Burrow still has a future ahead of him, and certainly Lamar Jackson does. But I think that this is one of the things that you bring into here is where if I was Tennessee, I'd feel worse about it. If I was the Browns, I mean, yeah, you're looking at this situation going, I have a legendary head coach who really didn't consider us. And why didn't he really consider us? Well, it's not just the quarterback spot. I think that plays a role into it. Let's not be stupid. But why wouldn't he consider us? There's plenty of reasons for it. You know, the rumors about the ownership being too involved in it, the questions of Andrew Berry, the stability of if you don't have a great season, what happens? Do you have to have Andrew Berry? Do you have to have Jim Schwartz? Or are you just going to not go to a team? It could be as simple as I'm not going to go to a team in a division, and I'm not going to go back to Baltimore right off the rip, right then and there. Like, even if you go back to Baltimore once as the head coach of the Giants, I don't know what their schedule is coming up. You can get that out of the way. It's not like you're going back every single year and then you're welcoming them there and you're not answering all those questions twice a year and everything like that. And you're not having to deal with that. And that might just be what he wants. It's also, let's be honest, it's a major market, New York City, and their ownership group, when you look at Tennessee and our ownership group, it is a long-standing old family with the Tisches as well, old families that are going to give you as much power as possible. Our situation is in a state of flux, and it could be even more if you don't win enough games next year, Tone. And then you look down in Tennessee, that lady won't even leave her house.
No.
For crying out loud. So, I mean, it really was. It was the Giants and everybody else. If he signs this deal, it was the Giants and everybody else. Now, if this falls through, yeah, let's go crazy. But the whole, we needed to get him. I got some of that overnight, and I go, well, we didn't even get in the room with him. So, yeah, I wish we had a better situation, but if we had a better situation, guys, Kevin would still be the head coach. Would he not?
Yeah, and all these situations have inherent flaws with them, and that's why they are open for business to begin with.
And let me make it straight. It's not an excuse. You've created your own situation, how you've created it, and you'll have to answer for it by the type of coaches that you can and can't get. You will have to answer for that, and they are right now, as the words are being said, and as John Harbaugh may very well be the first domino to fall as the head coach of the New York Giants. They answer to their former mistakes. But if they had a better situation, Kevin is still a pretty strong commodity out there. You'd still have Kevin Stefanski if you had a better situation.
So do you think I'm overstating it when I kind of simplified the whole thing and said,
yes,
yeah, they have Jackson Dart.
Yes.
We don't really have our quarterback situation settled.
Because if we had Jackson Dart, I think our head coaching situation would be settled, and we'd be talking a hell of a lot more about the weather out there, and I don't think we'd care nearly as much about a quarterback that we think might have made a mistake yesterday.